Okay, hey guys, I'm here with Laura. Many
Hi.
of you will know her from the investigations that we do on our YouTube channel. So I just want to ask you a few questions, okay? The first thing I want to start off with is, so would you class yourself as a paranormal investigator / medium or just a paranormal investigator?
I don't know, maybe it's a paranormal investigator.
No, I reckon / medium, because you do tap into stuff.
Yeah, I do tap into stuff.
So tell us the process about you when you tap into things, what happens?
It just comes to me. Sometimes I'll just get like, the previous one, like we went to that mansion, that abandoned mansion
Right.
in the middle of nowhere. I just got the image in my head of the girl hanging in her room. Sometimes I just get the image, or sometimes I just get like the feeling.
Well, that'll happen. You'll either see the images, or you'll hear it, or you'll see the actual spirit themselves, or that's totally part of it. I would say you use mediumship every time we go out, because even on the live one that we did the other week on Halloween, you got that girl in that place exactly the same as I did.
I also managed to, like, when I took a photograph, I managed to get a picture of you and her standing together.
Yeah, we have got it on the picture.
I've got it on my phone.
So, you're a twin. That intuition thing between two twins, I've got twin brothers, so I know how it works. Do you ever feel things that your sister's going through, or do you feel her emotions or anything?
I usually feel her emotions. Like, I can always tell when she comes here. I always say her, mine's in a grumpy mood, and she always comes here in the world's most grumpy mood.
But you know this before you even...
I always know before she comes here. It's the same at work. I even know certain colleagues that I work with that are going to come in prior to starting their shifts. They're going to come in either vibrating because they've got really stressful energy.
So you feel that energy?
Feel
before
their
you even
energy.
come. That's fantastic. That is really good. How long do you reckon you've been spiritual, that this spiritual thing's been around you?
I don't know. I know, like, I started seeing, like, not seeing things, but I started having, like, dreams of things happening. And those things would happen in the dream either happen years, months, days, weeks later.
Right, so you're having premonitions
So I've had
whilst
premonitions
dreaming.
while dreaming.
I get you. Tell me more about that. So give me an example of that.
So an example of that was, I was maybe about 13, 14 years old, dreaming of getting a new puppy, and went to school, came home from school, and the first thing my little cousin said to me was, "You've got a new puppy."
Wow.
So within 40 hours I had a brand new puppy.
But you'd already seen that before
Already
it
seen it before
happened,
you came.
and you're still doing that now,
Yeah.
to this day. I do it myself, so I can totally get it. Do you go to certain places and you feel very emotional, or you feel very sad? Because when we went to that chapel the other day, you got it straight away that you felt sad. So tell me about that.
Yeah, sometimes I pick up on really good emotions, other days I'll pick up like really sort of happiness. Like when we went to chapel I felt really sad.
Right.
Sort of like, I even felt we were going somewhere really sad. I felt sick the moment we got out of the car.
Whenever we go into the woods, that certain area, wherever we've been there, you've thrown up every time we've been there.
It's always in the same spot that I stand on.
So tell me what you're feeling.
When we went to woods the first time in the broad daylight, I kind of felt like I had something wrapped around my neck. I was getting like really feeling like I felt it here. The first time we went to woods in broad daylight, I actually was losing my voice. I was actually losing my voice, like my voice was going.
A lot of that is to do with your spiritual glands that are on the back of your neck here.
Yeah.
Your spiritual glands, so if they start tightening up, you're getting it. You're tapping
So
in.
when we went there the second time in the darkness,
Right.
I was getting a wee bit of a headache on one side of my head, like because we couldn't find a place at one point.
Let's say you're around people, I'm giving you a reading. Now sometimes I might feel something in my leg and say to you, you've got something going on your leg. Do you get that? Do you get the elements of the people that you're around?
Yeah, a few times I picked up like someone said a really bad sore shoulder.
Yeah, so you can pick that up as well, the healing sort of aspect of it. So talk me through the meditation.
I have to do some urgent water.
That's fine.
I like to lie down on my back. I like to have my hair just slightly submerged in water.
Okay.
And I just like zone out.
So talk me through the visualising process. What do you see?
I've had like monks on like hilltops like meditating coming to me. The last time I was meditating in the bath, I got sort of like what I think would probably be like a white angel coming in.
Right.
And white lights coming off it. So I don't know whether or not that was just giving me some like sort of healing or some energy. Sometimes I'll get things or like other people, or I'll see things, something that I need for myself.
Tell me about the paranormal stuff, because I've known you for what, about 12 years now, and ever since I've known you, paranormal activity has been around you.
There's always spirit and there's always smash spirit somewhere. I don't know. I think they're just drawn to me.
Yeah, it seems to be around you a lot, doesn't it? Because when you lived in the flat before this one, there was quite a lot of activity there that was going on with Michael and Bonnie, remember?
Yep.
So talk us through that. How did you realise there was something there? What were you experiencing?
Basically, what I knew like there was something there was one night the flatmate, she had gone to work and I was in the flat on my own, and basically sitting on the couch watching, of course, bored and X Factor, of course. And I turned around and noticed like a black shadow walking across the hallway.
Right.
Because at that point I've got glass doors and just off on the dark walk across the hallway into the kitchen, and I kind of thought, said to myself, nah, there's nothing there, it's just the lights outside. Knowing that it couldn't be a car light because we have no car park at the back of the house. I thought, there's nothing there. And then I thought nothing else of it. And then one day the flatmate's bedroom door was open and shut on itself while she was in the shower.
Mind you, I experienced that in there. When we went and did the investigation there was me and Lloyd, and the door was rocking by itself, remember? Do you remember on the EVP that I did, you got that, remember that voice that we got?
Michael Strauss.
Remember?
I swear to God, I think the first time I heard it, I literally
We all did.
knew what to run. But the reason was, when I first moved into flat, I kind of felt like a bad energy, and I thought maybe I was picking up the bad energy from the previous people that had lived there.
Right.
Because there were, and from what I know from the landlord, was that the people who previously lived there were constantly arguing and stuff. And I think there was a lot of stuff happening in the back bedroom.
Yeah.
And the back bedroom was the room that I actually moved into the back bedroom where
because the energy from the front room and the back bedroom was completely different. Remember how cold it was in that back bedroom?
They were also saying that there was quite a lot of mould in that back bedroom, but there was also saying that at one point that room was flooded. There was water.
So, how did it flood?
I don't know.
That's strange.
They said that the carpet was totally soaking.
Yeah. That's odd. That is really odd. So let's now move on to the flat you're in now. We've done investigations here. We've had several things happen here. Okay, all the lights have gone out. You got something in the mirror. We got the orb. So talk us through your process whilst living here. What's been happening?
Well, we've had the smoke detectors all go off randomly. Carbon monoxide alarm. All 3 alarms went off one night about 11:15. After getting to my bed half an hour later, alarms all went off.
About the mirror in the hall?
I had a mirror originally in the hallway that was given to me by a friend, and I walked past it one day to go and hang out the washing, and while I was outside I heard the ultimate shower. Came back in to find the mirror totally smashed to pieces.
So if it fell, it would kind of crack, or, but this shattered 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about the bedroom.
So in my bedroom I've had strange, I've been in my bedroom and for some reason I saw like an archway on the wall, so it looks like the shape of a rainbow, which I thought was a bit strange.
It just appeared, didn't it?
Just appeared out of nowhere. I double checked, there was nothing on the windowsills, there was nobody's car parked outside.
I remember you showed me the picture. It was like, well, describe what you saw and why you took a picture of it.
So the reason why I took a picture of the wall, basically was because it kind of caught my attention, the archway, and I thought it was a bit strange. Maybe there was something sitting on the windowsill, or I left on the windowsill that might have caused this really cool effect. And it wasn't. There was nothing there. There was nothing there. Checked everywhere. So I ended up taking this picture from every angle to see where it was coming from. And
it's a really cool picture. If we have chance, I'll try and get it off you and put it up here, because it was a very good picture what you got.
So it looks like a rainbow.
But you eliminated everything it could have been, and there was nothing.
There was nothing there.
So there shouldn't have been a rainbow there, but
there should have been a rainbow inside the house.
Yeah, there shouldn't have been. If you watch on the channel, we did a séance in here. Yeah. Remember? And we got a giant orb going past us in here. Remember? That was mad. But on other investigations on YouTube, especially, it's one of the first videos we put up. There was us in here. We did an investigation here, and there was plenty of orbs then. So you're still getting orbs in here?
Still getting orbs. Just before we started filming today, we actually got an orb here where I'm sitting actually. I constantly have things walk up and down my corridor, constantly in the hallway. I could be sitting in the chair in the corner where Hazel is and get orbs. Sometimes I'll sit here in the dark actually with just my video on my phone and I'll pick up orbs and things like that.
You just film it in the dark on
Just
your own.
film in the dark.
Why doesn't it frighten you?
I don't know, it just doesn't. Don't get me wrong, I sat and watched that Demon House and that scared the hell out of me. I don't know if I just find sometimes maybe the orbs coming in and certain things, I think maybe some of them are actually kind of comforting. It could be like an ancestor or a family member coming in to say everything's fine.
Yeah, I agree, totally. So, where do you see your future in this? In going forward, what are you going to do? Self-observation? Are you going to get more spiritual? Where do you see your future going with this?
I've started doing like sort of reflecting on certain things in my life. So
Right.
I've seen things where I want to kind of improve things. Sometimes sitting here in my living room, I'll get things of like an image of myself sitting on the floor surrounded by candles.
Right.
I just imagine, and I did it once. Sitting on the floor, no candles around me, just a burning of the incense sticks.
Right.
And I was focusing into like just the mist that was coming off it, just the smoke.
That's a good idea. So what's the scariest thing you've ever experienced? What's the scariest thing you've ever gone through? I'll give you an example, right? Because me and Hayes were talking about this the other night. Whenever we're around you, there's a common thing you always say is, guys, we've got to leave. We've got to leave, guys. We've got to leave now, guys. So why is there always this thing, we've got to leave now?
I don't know, I've always just got something in the back of my head that's just telling me, you've got to leave now, because otherwise the energy's going to get a lot worse. And sometimes it does get a lot worse.
It does, you're dead right. When you sleep in the dark, when it's completely dark, do you get things more when it's dark or more when there's a light on?
So when the light's on, I feel like I get different dreams. Multiple different dreams, but it's broken dreams. When I'm in the dark...
Explain a broken dream, what's that?
So like broken dreams, so sometimes I'll be dreaming about something and I'll wake up because the light's on.
Right.
And then I'll go back to sleep and get another dream. So I'm not finishing off the first dream. Or the first thing, whatever it is.
So it's multiple dreams?
So it's multiple dreams I'll have.
Right.
But when I sleep in the dark, it's like sometimes like I'll sleep fine. There's other nights where I have to, something just tells me to sleep with the light on.
Yeah. It's very similar to me. If I sleep in complete darkness, I go somewhere. I completely tap into it. So I tend to keep like a night light on, just to keep me, not going somewhere else.
Sometimes when I've slept with the lights off, whatever came to me in my sleep, in my dreams, I find myself waking up at like 2, 3 in the morning, and the first thing I've got to do is either it's whatever in my dream is, it's showing me a picture, and I have to actually go and draw that picture.
Right.
Or it's trying to tell me something, words, letters, and I have to go and write it down.
Right, so you keep a
So
file.
I keep a diary next to my bed.
That's a good idea. So talk to me a bit more about dreams, because I know you really well, and we always have deep conversations about dreams. So tell me about some of these dreams that you have, and what do you think they're for?
Some of my dreams, I can have some really weird ones, like songs. I'll wake up, I'll be singing a random song in my sleep, and it'll be something like Frank Sinatra. And it'll be a song like Frank Sinatra that I don't even actually know, but I'll just have this one lyric or one verse stuck in my head, and it's obviously for someone else.
Yeah, it'll be for somebody else.
It'll be for somebody else. Very true. Or I'll have like a constant, I'll start singing random songs, like the Ghost Hunt I was singing, that's like Siamese songs from the Aristocats, which I think is actually from the Lady and the Tramp.
We are Siamese, if you please, that guy.
We are Siamese, that one. Don't know why. I'll just get some random song in my head.
So tell me about your gran. Your gran was spiritual and your mum's spiritual, so...
Yeah, well, I think my mum is, but she doesn't really tap into it.
It's kind of skipped a generation.
Yeah.
Your gran really had it. Skip your mum and gone to you, hasn't it?
Well, the strange thing is, I got a reading done by a lady about 5-6 months ago, and she actually said it runs on the female side of the family.
Oh, definitely.
So it definitely runs on the female side, because my brother, he does some stuff as well, not as much as I do. And my sister, she's just like, yeah, whatever.
So tell me about your gran, because I remember years ago that your gran had like all the most haunteds.
Yeah.
She used to collect them and watch them, didn't she?
If you ever want to buy my grandmother the easiest present to buy was something to do with Most Haunted.
Right.
Her and my mum's highlight of their evenings would sit and watch Most Haunted together, and I don't know who got hooked on it, so
right.
One of them got hooked. They both got hooked on Most Haunted. My mum still watches Most Haunted to this day, and her new thing is now the Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures, yeah.
My gran used to have sort of cards, tarot cards, which I've now got.